Psychosis, Holochaust, Prison Planet Records. This is a new little show thing that I want to do where, because us lot, yeah, I'll introduce them in a minute, we always got, not that motherfucker, yeah, we all go to the cinema together, we watch a lot of films, and I wanted to do, people have been like on about me doing like film reviews for quite a while because they know how much I'm into them, so what we're going to do is we've just been to see Ghost Rider, The Spirit of Vengeance, so we're going to go and have a little talk about that and just like give it a little bit of a review, and there will be spoilers in it, so if you've not seen it and you're going to be watching the film anytime soon, you're probably, I'm going to tell you everything what happens, we're going to tell you, so there'll be spoilers. That's what a spoiler is if you didn't know. Right, so I've got Dale, Lizzy, Craig and Trickster put a lot of work in behind the scenes for Grimehouse and Prison Planet Records, so they might not rap and all that, but like produce and do a lot of, whether it's driving or just fucking jamming, do you get me? Behind the scenes is behind the scenes. So yeah man, straight in, we went to see Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, and like me and Craig especially and Dale, we never miss a Marvel film unless it looks fucking shit or we know it's going to be shit because the story's too different. Yeah, all big Marvel fans. Lizzy's the biggest Marvel fan ever, like this is why, this is the only reason we get on, like everything else I can't stand. Jokes, yeah, but yeah.
Thanks.
Right, well anyway, so I went to see Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, and basically what I've done is I've just wrote on my phone little pointers whilst watching it. I didn't want to like distract myself from too much. Yeah, I weren't texting anyone else or anything like that. So yeah, basically Ghost Rider starts off in Eastern Europe, is that what I said?
Yeah.
No, it was Asia.
No, it wasn't. He starts off in Eastern Europe, and straight away it was Steph, my mate Steph, good friend Steph. She noticed who the guy is, the guy on the bike.
With eyes.
Yeah, man, with the guy, the gatekeeper from Thor. The new Thor film, The Gatekeeper, is sick, isn't he, man?
Monroe,
yeah. Well, in that, he's yeah. Well, he's in it straight away. He plays the guy. Well, I thought he was going to turn out to be the bad guy, or he was going to be Vengence or something. But no, he weren't, was he? Yeah, they just didn't it. So it starts off like they kind of going after a kid. We don't really know why at that point, do we?
No,
They're just like,
it's a bit weird.
They just want this kid. He goes to like a little monk monastery, and then all of a sudden, man just start getting fucking blasted from every direction, and everyone's after this little kid. I thought that girl was going to be a fitter. She weren't, was she?
I thought she was a bit
I thought she was fine.
She was a MILF.
She was like a 40. I thought she was like 20 odd, and I was like, yo, who's this girl? She's mint. And then as it got closer, I didn't think she was that fit, but no, she I suppose she had it.
Devil's baby mama.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that after who the kid is. So what else did I write down? So straight away I noticed that they got a different guy to play the devil in it, like no from the first film. It's weird because it kind of carries on from the first film, but it's done in many ways. It's got a sick intro anyway when that guy's gonna get knocked off a cliff and he starts shooting at the car in slow motion. The opening scene's wicked. You think, yeah man, it's gonna be a sick film, and then it kicks into like a sick little animation, doesn't it, with the Ghost Rider music playing, and he says I will become Ghost Rider, and you see the devil in it, and it's like a different scene and everything from the first film. When he signs that blood on that thing, it's like a completely different scene. So yeah, and then it just went, it fell off a little bit if I remember. Like he didn't really see much, and then when the Ghost Rider does appear, it looks proper different, doesn't it?
Yeah, completely different from how I used to.
It looks sick in the first film with the studs and everything. Like I think. You get me? Like he has studs and he's got like
how it all changed when he first put the jacket on the first one.
It looks slick as fuck, doesn't it? It looks slick as fuck, and then like in the
average,
in the new one, they've gone for like, I think what they tried to do is they've obviously tried to make it a lot darker. They've put it on that Marvel Knights logo, which is like the darker version of Marvel, and he's just like pure burnt up. So in the first one where he's looking all slick, with like he's on fire but he don't burn none of his clothes, he's got his six studs coming out and that, and his bike as well. In the first one I think it was by a guy from American Chopper, but like a sick bike that he touches and it all transforms, and in the new one it's just a fucking burning bike, innit? He's just burning. When you first see him, the first scene where he stood there and he turns around and all his coat's bubbling and that, and I thought that looked sick. Like I thought that was a sick scene. But you know, but how long does it take to fucking kill people with that stare? You get me? Like
before it was straight away, wasn't it? But this is like you only took out one guy with the stare, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, before it just used to. It wasn't just in a comic. He just looks at him. He's like, feel the pain of 1,000 tortured souls, and he kind of just like makes them see bare sins and just fucking freaks them out till they just like knock unconscious, whatever. In that new one, he's staring at the guy for like, this is his intro scene in the film. Yeah, the intro scene in the film. He's staring at the guy for like 20 minutes, just like looking in his eyes like this. Yeah, you get me? And that's it. Like that's his opening scene. He kills a couple of people with his chain, and in this one he just touches them in it. They're just gone.
Disintegrate.
Just gone.
Good.
So yeah, he's very, very different. And I think, do you know what? Yeah, I think that they've tried to make it a bit more realistic, but at the end of the day, it's a film about a man with a fucking skull what's on fire. You get me? You can't really make it that realistic. So just I like the first look. The look from the first one a lot better.
Yeah.
What else did I write down? I wrote loads of little bits and bats about stuff. So what we do going? Yeah, there was that bit when he's saying about the devil, and he goes, "Oh, the devil takes many forms." And it showed loads of films. It showed Billy the Kid. It showed Vlad the Impaler. I think it showed Vlad the Impaler. It showed what's his name, Ivan the Terrible. I think.
Jerry Springer.
Yeah, but it
Jerry
shows Jerry
Springer
Springer. So basically, it's got like a six scene where it's like all animated, and it's showing all the fucking mad guys from history, and it just shows Jerry Springer like this, like a photograph. It doesn't even tie in.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to bring Jerry Springer into it.
Do you think it was a bit stupid just when it showed a picture of Jerry Springer?
I don't
It was just there
understand the
for the
meaning
comedy,
of it
wasn't
there.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like I think they kind of dropped the comedy sometimes in a daft place where it didn't really, it just made it a bit fucking stupid. Then the fuck, do you know what? Yeah, when he's driving on the bike and he transforms, I don't know about you guys, I thought it looked like a fucking 90s. Like Spawn or something. Like them cheesy 90s films. Like 90s was a shit era for making films anyway. And like, just look shit in the first one, it spun round him, you saw all his skin fall off and then become a skull. And in that new one, he's just like driving, like, rah, rah, and his face is just like warping. Looks like a fucking YouTube effect. You see that devil effect on YouTube. You get me? It would, I didn't like how he transformed at all.
His eyes were going.
Yeah.
So the transformation in the first one was so much better than this one. You can tell overall this just had a lower budget, like without a doubt, man. But then there's a sick bit, what I remember, which I wrote down, when he goes to fight the fucking bad guys for a bit. Yeah. Yeah, because it was sick, yeah. Kind of a Ghost Rider, whatever he rides in it, that's what he'll transform into his fucking vessel, whatever, his steed, yeah? So he's fighting all these bad guys and they're hitting with these fucking... Oh yeah, and just at the first part, when he first appears, he gets taken out by some grenades, like he gets hit with these rockets and they just knock him unconscious and he wakes up in hospital. I'm like, it's fucking Ghost Rider, yeah? He's blasted him with a fucking rocket and it's knocked him out and he's killed him. You know what I mean? The guy wars with the devil. You can't really fuck him up with some rockets. But yeah, whatever, yeah, so they hit him later on with this massive fucking Scud missile thing and it like knocks him out and then he jumps up and he jumps in this massive digger, yeah? You've seen like the big diggers from Avatar, it's like one of them and it's a massive fucking digger, like a wheel as big as a fucking house or something, and he jumps in that and he just sets on fire and he supercharged that. Supercharged the fucking digger, yeah?
It was like a pizza cutter.
Yeah, it's like a massive pizza cutter. He supercharges it and starts fucking shit up, and that was sick. That was the best bit of the film, I reckon, one of the best bits. Like, that was sick, like... Because in the first one we said, oh, it'd be sick if he jumped in a car or whatever, and he transformed it, which he did. He jumped in a fucking digger. Then that little kid saying, oh, how did you transform that? Can you transform a roller coaster? And I'm like, oh, sick, he's going to do a roller coaster later. So yeah, he didn't really do that. And then what happens after that then? So... Yeah, when he's on about the piss is quite funny. When he said to him, and he's like, how'd you take a piss? And he goes, oh, it's amazing. It's just like a flamethrower. That was quite funny.
But he showed him doing it as well.
Yeah, like that was a decent like bit of comedy in it where it was like cool. Then he meets the guy who plays fucking Highlander and Raiden, doesn't he, with all the tattoos on his face. They go to like basically the only reason that Ghost Rider does this mission in the film to save the kid that's getting chased is because they say he'll lift his curse, and you find out that the kid is the devil's son. But the kid's not evil, is he? He's just turned out to be a fucking a good lad. You get me? Anyway, so they go to this monk convent after he's rescued the kid with the digger, and he's going to turn him back into like a human, take the Ghost Rider curse off him. And I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Yeah, you told me.
I told Lizzy they were going to take his curse away, then everything were going to fuck up, and they were going to get battered, and then they were going to have to become the Ghost Rider again, and that's what happens. But I'll explain it a bit better. So yeah, he meets the guy from Highlander who lifts his curse and then fucks him over. And then the main bad guy that's been killed by the digger, the devil brings him back as something called, I think it's called DK. And he basically said you've got the power of DK, and anything he touches just fucking turns to shit. So he'll touch this and it'll just rot. He touches Craig will rot. And when he turns him into fucking like decay, it looks sick, doesn't it? It's a sick effect. And the guy looks a bit like the bad guys from the first film, just like long silvery hair, black eyes and that. So yeah, you get me. That's what happens.
A bit weird though, like how when he does his decay shit, like it all changes, doesn't it? The camera style and all that shit. Like it blacks everything out. I didn't like that effect. There's an effect that they kept doing through it where like all the sky would go black and everyone were in black and white to make it look a bit like a comic, but it just looked shit. It looked like I'd say like a 90s fucking film, and the whole film to me just felt like a straight to DVD sequel shot in the fucking 90s. So but overall, but like there were still good bits. Then fucking, so yeah,
Another thing I didn't get is that DK, yeah, it makes out like anything he touches just uncontrollably decays, yeah? It touches a Twinkie, it dissolves. It touches a sandwich, it dissolves. It jumps in a car, the car doesn't dissolve. So I was just like, why the fuck isn't that everything he touches decay? He obviously got no control of it because it shows that when he picks his food up to eat it. So that was a bit fucking mad. And I always think about little things like that and think, well, that's not right.
Quite a few little things like that, actually.
A few little niggly bits, you get me? And the Highlander in it, the guy who plays Highlander, who plays the guy who's got a bald head with tattoos all over him, and how he talks, he reminded me of Death from Bill and Ted. Do you know Death, yeah? That's what reminded me of. And I said to Steph, I goes, he reminds me of that guy from Bill and Ted, Death. So yeah, at the end up, Devil in it is just like an old guy. He reminded me a bit of Robert Durant from Darkman. Yeah. Like, he looked a bit like that, a bit fat with a suit on. So he ends up capturing the little devil kid.
His face was out.
And his face is going a bit more fucked up. And he says to him, he says, why is your face fucking up? And he goes, it's like a flamethrower made out of paper mache. It's like I've got too much power in me for a human body to hold, and that's why it's starting to fuck up. His face is going weird, his eyes going red. This guy, the devil. And I thought he was going to transform into something sick. Anyway, Ghost Rider gets his powers back from the little kid. And another thing about the Ghost Rider, I mean, this is just like uncontrollably fucking maniacal, innit? Like, you know, like a bit like the Punisher. There's no good. There's only good. There's good and there's bad and there's nothing in between. Yeah, and he's a bit like It's just like that, like, he's going to the girl, he's saying, when I transform, he might even want to kill you, because if you've ever done one bad thing in your life, yeah, he won't see any difference in between, he'll just want to kill you, like an uncontrollable knobhead. And it's a bit like, he would never like that in the first film, like when he saw the good in people, he turned blue in it, remember? Yeah. And he'd go, innocent, but he's got none of that shit in this one. For the first half, he'll just fucking annihilate anything, which is cool, but like, Ghost Rider's supposed to team up with the fucking Avengers and all sorts of people in the comic, so if they ever did it like that, it wouldn't, he was just going to kill Captain America because he kills some bad guys. Nah, so that was a bit fucking mad. Anyway, end of the film, he becomes Ghost Rider again. He turns back into the Ghost Rider. And then he starts fucking up loads of guys with his chain, as I said before, he just touches them, buff, and they're just gone, you get me, they're just gone. And then there's a big chase scene at the end where Devil's got a little kid in the car, and he's chased, and Ghost Rider's fighting the DK guy, and he ends up, how does he kill him? He throws him onto the road, and he gets rid over, and then he just dies. He's not like he's invincible or anything. He doesn't like have invincibility or anything, this DK guy. He just got fucked up by a car, and he goes, roadkill. Dropped a little one-liner, yeah. So then they're chasing after the little kid. He eventually gets hold of the Devil, and this is where I'm thinking, yeah, bear in mind, this guy at the time, he looks like Robert Durant, doesn't he? The Devil is just a guy in a suit, and I'm like, oh, that's it. He's killed that shitty DK henchman, and he's going to turn into something fucked up. And at this point, Ghost Rider can ride in the daytime as well. So he starts, and he wraps the fucking Devil up, doesn't he, the chain, and I'm like, yes, he's going to transform, and he done. He just chucks him in the air and slams him into hell, and that's it, done. That's the bad guy dead. And then the film just kind of ends, and that's it. That's Ghost Rider's spirit of vengeance. So
he heals that kid, doesn't he?
He heals the kid, but no one really gives a shit about the kid, you know what I'm saying? The only person that you really care about in the film is the guy who plays the gatekeeper in 4, and he gets fucked up by the DK guy, doesn't he? So it's like, you were like, I don't want him to die, you know, I don't really care. Like, if I had to care about someone, he would be one I care about.
Yeah, but I didn't
Question,
want him to die.
right, because the kid gave Ghost Rider his powers, why couldn't the kid be Ghost Rider for that moment?
Who knows? He's supposed to be the devil, yeah? This kid's supposed to have ultimate power, can just fucking fuck up anything. He's sat with his dad in the car.
Why didn't he save
just
himself
like,
then?
Sat with his dad chilling, he doesn't try and kill his dad, he doesn't try and stop anything that's going on, so fuck that kid, you know what I mean? He's a little dick. He had an annoying mole on his face, and like, if the devil's gonna make a kid, like, if the devil's gonna make a kid, he's gonna make him like the fucking old fucking perfect kid, not some little mole-faced cunt, so I didn't like that little kid. You get me? But anyway, so that's basically what happens. Nicolas Cage in it, what we're saying on him, he looks a bit ugly nowadays, doesn't he? Like,
he's got too much teeth happening.
He's had veneers or something, hasn't he?
Too much teeth?
Yeah, no, I think it's cool, isn't it?
Like, he needs to get a bit of wonky teeth going on.
He kind of played it so much, I think the first film was so much better. It had a big more budget, it had Eva Mendes, you know what I mean? It was a sick film with lots of good people in, and a lot of people don't like the first Ghost Rider film. I love it, I think it's sick. The new one's good. Go and watch it if you like the first one, if you're into Marvel, but if you're not a die-hard fan, then just leave it, do you know what I mean? It'll be on Channel 4 at some point, and I'll never tell a film shit, yeah, unless I actually think it's shit, and like, I don't think it's shit, but I just think for £10, it's not even 3D, do you know what I mean? £7.20 because you tell them you're a student, and then Screwface, the guy that takes your ticket, and not even ask you for your student pass. So that's what you do, yeah. But yeah, it's Prison Planet Records, little film review for Ghost Rider, more coming soon, hopefully. Boom!